Hey guys, so today we're checking out the Barricade Trekker front bumper fitting all 2007 to 2018 JK Wranglers. So if you are in search of an affordable heavy-duty front bumper, this is going to be a great choice to check out. This will have a very sleek and low-profile look to complement the front end of your JK while also offering some tough protection with the steel plate construction and an overrider hoop for your grille. Not to mention, this will offer all of the standard features that you would want out of a heavy-duty front bumper and also giving you a ton of clearance on the sides. Now the bumper will include recovery points on the front with supplied D-rings for anybody who's a fan of that heavy-duty look, but also is in need of a recovery point if they take their JK off-road and get into a sticky situation. These are going to be great for those just-in-case situations. Now this is also going to come with a recessed winch plate, which I do like over a top-mounted winch plate. That's going to give optimized cooling for the grille, staying out of the way, and is also going to give a little bit of protection to the winch itself. Now this will have a standard 10 by 4.5 inch bolt pattern, accepting any winch with that bolt pattern, and will tap out at 12,000 pounds as far as pulling capacity is concerned. Now that will give you a range of options for a winch that you'd like to add with this bumper. Now speaking of pulling capacity, the D-ring shackles and the D-rings will also tap out at 9,500 pounds, again giving you a ton of strength with this front bumper. Now speaking of strength, again, this will be made of a steel plate construction, giving you a ton of protection for any front end obstacles that you come in contact, whether that be on the street or trail. And this is going to have a nice textured black powder coat finish on top to protect the steel from any rusting, but also match very well with any other heavy duty accessories and give your Jeep a very heavy duty and more off-road feel. This front bumper will also include cutouts on either side for your OEM fog lights, so you don't have to outsource or upgrade or lose your fog lights, especially when going down to a smaller front bumper. Speaking of lighting, you will get two mounts on the top of the overrider feature that will allow you to mount up any accessory lighting for better visibility while you're driving at night, whether it's on dark back roads or you're off-road at night. Now overall, this is going to be a very solid front bumper that's going to provide you with everything that you need to achieve a good look and a ton of off-road function at a very affordable price. Now speaking of price, this will come in at roughly $350, making it one of the more affordable choices on the page. Now other options may include different features like LED lighting in the kit, they may include skid plates, or instead of this compact design, they may have more of a full width design, giving you a little bit more coverage. Now what I like about this option is that it's very sleek and it's going to give you a ton of clearance while still giving you all of the off-road function that you would need. So if you don't need all of those extra bells and whistles that some of the other options come with, if you're looking for something that's very functional and is going to look good in the meantime, then this is going to be a great choice. Now when it comes to install, it is going to be very straightforward. I'm going to give it a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you about 2 hours to get the job done. And one of our installers here is going to walk you through that process step by step. So that wraps it up for my review. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
Tools used for this installation: 3/8 electric impact gun, 3/8 ratchet, Phillips head screwdriver, 1/4 inch adapter, 2.5 millimeter Allen, 13 millimeter socket, 7 millimeter socket, 1/4 inch drive extension, 18 millimeter socket, 13 millimeter ratcheting wrench, and 13 millimeter wrench. Hey guys, we're going to watch a short uninstalled video how to remove our bumper, and then we'll jump right back into our installation.
So the first step to taking off our bumper is disconnecting our fog lights, and then we can go ahead and get underneath the bumper so we can start disassembling all of that hardware. You will need a 18 millimeter deep socket and a ratchet, as well as something comfortable to lay on. So just disconnect the fog lights. All you have to do is push down the tab and we can take that off and set that aside. And we can do the same thing for the other one. So you're gonna have 4 studs with 4 nuts on either side of your frame rail. We are at the innermost bolts here. You're gonna be using an 18 millimeter deep socket to remove the nuts, and I am also using a 3-inch extension. This is just gonna help me clear the bumper down here. So the outer portion will be a lot easier to see. So what we're gonna do now is remove the 18 millimeter nuts that are holding on to the studs on our bumper. You're gonna have 2 on the outer portion of the frame rail and 2 on the inner portion. The inner portion is going to be a little bit hard to see, so you will have 2 here. We're going to use an 18mm deep socket to remove those. I'm also using a 3-inch extension just to clear this bottom portion of the bumper. So now we're at the innermost driver's side bolts. You will have this vacuum pump here if you have a 2012 to 2018 JK, so I wouldn't recommend the extension, but if you have a 2007 to 2011 JK, you can use that extension to help you out. So after all the hardware is disconnected, we can take off our front bumper.
So the first thing we're going to do now, we have our old bumper off. We're going to remove our fog lights in this bumper so we can put them into our new bumper, and then we'll start assembling our bumper. So let's get started. So now I'm going to take my Phillips screwdriver. I'm going to remove these 4 screws holding our fog lights in. Now you're going to want to just repeat that same procedure on the other side. So now that we have our new bumper on the table, we removed our old fog lights from our old bumper. What we're going to do is we're going to install this bracket. It's going to go like that. We're going to use our Allen head screws with a lock washer and a flat washer. We're going to put them in. I'm going to get them started. Now I'm going to use my gun with a 2mm Allen head, and I'm going to run these in. I'm not going to really tighten them yet because we're going to have to maybe slide them around a little bit. But I'm going to get them good and snug. Gives me room to put it right in the center. It's a good starting point. Next, we'll install our fog light. So now we're going to take our Allens with a flat washer. I'm going to go from the back side, put it through another flat washer, lock washer, and one of our nuts. And just kind of get it snug. And we're going to repeat that on the other 3. Do these over here. And the bottom one. Now once we have all 4 done, I'm going to take my 7mm, hold my finger on the back side, and run these in. And you're just going to want to repeat the same procedure on the other side. Next, we're going to take our stud and nut bracket that they give us in this kit and stick that in. Take this piece of plastic that they give you, push down on that. It's going to hold it in place for now till we get it on the vehicle. Same with this one. I'm going to put it in this side. Push our plastic down on. Like that. And you're going to just want to repeat the same procedure on the other side. So now we're going to stick our overrider hoop on. What I'm going to do is pick this up, put a bolt in here, let it hang down. Take my washer and nut, go from the back side, get one started. And I come over on this side, do the same, bolt with a washer. Washer and nut. And now I'll start putting all the bolts and washers in and nuts. Get them all started. Do the same on this side. Now, once I get them all started, I'm going to take my electric gun, my 13mm, my wrench, and I'm just going to start tightening them up. Now the inside one, I'm going to have to get a wrench. I have a ratcheting wrench, but I need another wrench, so we'll do that. These two last. Now we'll get a shot of tightening the inner ones. So I got a wrench and a ratcheting wrench. I'm going to tighten the inner one up. So now you're going to want to just repeat this same procedure on the other side. Last thing we're going to do is stick our D-rings on. Just going to unscrew them like that, slide them in place, put this through. Tighten it up. We're going to repeat the same procedure on the other side, and then we're ready to install our bumper. Now that we got our bumper assembled and we have it down on the ground here, we're going to put it on the front of our Jeep. We're going to use our 18mm bolts and nuts and put that on. I'm going to pick it up, stick it on, put them on, and then tighten them up with my 18mm socket and ratchet. Now you're going to want to repeat that same procedure on the other side. Next, we're going to install our extension harness that was provided in the kit. to our fog light harness and then plug our fog lights in. Now you're going to want to repeat the same procedure on the other side, and then that'll wrap up this installation. That wraps up this review and install of our Barricade Trekker front bumper for 07 to 18 Jeep Wrangler JKs. Thanks for watching, and for all things Jeep, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.